Hey Cancer. So I have the window open behind me so you can hear some nature sounds. The wind rustling through the trees, etc., etc. It's beautiful out. The sun is shining. Really temperate weather for this time of year for Denmark. Very gentle, kind of breezy, sunny weather. Beautiful, really. A lot like you guys. So, Cancer, what's going on? Oh, little trouble work-wise this month. Partnerships getting a bit annoying. Love's looking good, though. Hopefully looking real good. Soulmate time. I read once that, at least according to ancient Indian astrology, that Cancers don't settle down until they're older. That it really does take them a long time to find the one. And generally it's because the depth of feeling involved with Cancers is such that people can misunderstand them. They can seem, you guys can seem, I as a Cancer rising can seem very emotional and then very, very cold all at once. The sneakiness of a Cancer, what is misconstrued as sneakiness, is generally just a defense mechanism. You're not trying to be evasive. You're not trying to walk sideways. You just, it's part of your nature that when something hurts too much, or you've made the decision from your emotional heart center that something can no longer be tolerated, it's hitting too close to that soft center, then you let it go. But the pain can linger far past that. And so the soulmate connection can come for you much later in life because, late 30s, early 40s, because it takes that long for you to, shall we say, learn how to break out of your shell and still have one. Right? There's always this interplay with Cancerians between a natural inborn shyness, but also a real boldness, because you do feel very comfortable sharing your feelings with the world and sharing your creativity with the world that comes from your feelings, and yet still so gentle and so shy at the same time. So very bold and very shy, very soft and yet very hard, very emotionally honest and yet deceptive if need be. So, what happens in terms of the sky for you this month, and what happens in terms of the cards? Let's take a look here and see. So, bottom of the deck, first of all. We're done. Are you done? Are you finally done, Cancer? Can you hear that beautiful breeze outside? Oh, it's so nice. Here we are. So, we've been doing this quite a lot, and it's been working very well. Yeah, there is some really good stuff coming up here. Really nice stuff. We're looking at a November that could potentially bring you just what I was talking about. That real soulmate kind of connection. Sure, it's possible. This month especially for you guys, the way the planets are lining up, emotional victory seems to be at hand. And I want to say finally, after a good 3 or 4 years of dealing with an earth sign, remember like last month, that's just been killing you? Or someone who acts like this earth sign? Remember, like in the Gemini video I said, this doesn't have to be a Capricorn, but it can easily be. It doesn't have to be an earth sign, but can easily be. Now, what kind of earth sign would this be? Or what kind of character would this be? This is someone who seems very easygoing, and yet has an invisible line that if you cross it, you see a completely different side of the person. But let's move along, because this is just an indication of what we have gained victory over. And I'm right there with you, Cancer. This is exactly how I feel too. Yay! You lose, we win. How do we win? Do we do anything to you? No, we don't need to. We don't need that. Our energy prevails. Emotional victory, right? And what does that bring us? Money? Soulmate stuff and money? Could it be? Could it be? Wouldn't that be nice? Right? And why? Why could that money come in now? Because we've finally decided that this is okay. Sure, it takes a long time to stop holding on. Sure, it feels like dying. But once it's over, right, Cancer? We're good. Now, what else in your life is going to be giving you issues or is already giving you issues? Because Cancers can be a bit ahead of the curve as well. Your money situation, your business partnerships, something is going on here. Something is going on here that is making you question the people that you're working with, the people that you're doing stuff with, right? Working on projects with, being creative with, your coworkers. Something in that environment that's related very much to how your money comes in is putting you in a quandary where you're just like, I just got out of this like emotional mess and I'm starting to feel better. Why do I still feel like this? Why do I still feel like I have to make a decision between, myself and somebody else? I thought I was done with all that. I thought I'd just, come out of that. So what's the deal here? Why do I still feel this way? Well, the person you're dealing with in terms of work or colleague or partner or whatever, that person's a lot better. I don't want to say a lot better with their words, but they're a lot more wordsy than you are. They're a lot more verbose than you are. Right? Much better at getting their point across, where Cancer's gentility will sometimes not allow them to behave like this and just kind of ruthlessly say whatever and be like, la da da. We don't necessarily like that, and we don't like the idea of our money or our home situation being tied into somebody like that. This is not the Cancer way. Okay? This is the Cancer way. There you are. And you're like, you know what? I'm kind of going to leave this whole thing behind. I want to offer my love to somebody now. I want that soulmate thing now. I want romance. I want to, light a fire now with somebody. But you have this disillusionment going on. Now, this person is also your friend. Very easily, this could be an air sign. This could just as easily be, it could be a Sagittarian. It could be, someone who so routinely puts themselves before you that you're beginning to just feel, invisible around them. And the part that sucks about this is that you're like, but wait a minute, I'm the one who's got the talent here. I'm the one who's got the ability to bring this money in. I'm the one who's got the luck. Why are you the one in so much control? This is disillusioning. I don't want to be in partnerships like this. Just like we had decided last month, or we were hoping that we would get over this earth sign who wasn't treating us well. Now that we've kind of resolved that situation and the universe is saying, well, yay, because we want to bring you some great stuff now. Just be you. Just be lovely you. Okay? Lovely, open you. Not evasive, walking sideways away because we're afraid you. Be lovely, open you. And all good things will come to you. However, you are going to have to practice a little bit of this air sign energy, because I'll tell you what, this partner, this business partner, this work-related partner, this creative partner, is only going to understand this language. This person is not a bad person, but he doesn't understand this. Yeah, sure, this works real well for, children and dogs and fools and girls and, boys or whatever, but it doesn't work with this person. This person is way too cerebral and way too into themselves to appreciate your nature. And you're beginning to realize that maybe you don't want to be in business with somebody like this. Maybe you don't want a partnership with someone like this. Just like you decided to leave this situation behind, you may decide to leave this situation behind. And I think you should, because the cards say you should. And what happens when you do? No more, Cancer. No more. Not because of work, not because of romance, not because of anything. Let's stop doing this. Okay? So this month sees you moving past the emotional pain to realizing that there's pain here on other levels too, where your nature has kind of allowed people into your life that not only mess with you in terms of your love life, but also in terms of your work life. Okay? So the focus changes, but not really. Slightly, the focus is changing. In that, yes, Cancer, we're learning. We're getting better, right? We're doing what needs to be done. Emotional house cleansing, all of it. It's good, good, good. The sky is lining up perfectly for you to have great romance, even maybe have a baby. Things will go well in terms of all of that stuff. But the conflict here with coworkers, with friends, it is going to come up, and you will find yourself uncharacteristically wanting to send out some messages of like, listen, I know that this isn't the typical thing that you hear from me, but I'm sick of this. I didn't get out of whatever I was in to just have it reflected back to me in another way in my life. And I think it's the universe's way of saying, yeah, you did some emotional house cleansing, now clean it all the way out. It's not just about your love partner, okay? It has to be about more than that, like I said in the other readings, and this one does it so seamlessly. I mean, Cancer, you guys just get me, When I read for you, it's easy. When I talk to you, it's easy. It's Cancerian women, and I have a tendency to hurt their feelings sometimes because I can be a little too airy for them. But overall, I think you guys are just so beneficial to be around. And what the cards are saying now is that it's time for you to understand that the toxicity that was present in certain aspects of your romantic life were also present in terms of your career. And usually I do like a second, I was doing another shuffle in the other readings for the career thing. But that's what I mean about how it's so easy to read for you guys. You guys know what I want. You just do, instinctively, right? And so the career stuff showed up on its own without me having to shuffle again. And what it's showing here is that this message that you need to send out, and again, what I say, this could be a Sagittarian too. So that applies here too. This message that you need to send out to whoever this person is, obviously emotionally immature, it's very necessary for your growth and for the things that the universe wants to bring into your life that you do this and that you confront this person. And no, you don't have to be like them, but being you in this situation, it's not going to work the best, okay? You don't want to drag this out for a few years with someone who just isn't good for you, and you have a professional relationship with them, and the whole time you feel like this. Because what's that going to do to your creativity? And a Cancer who's not being creative, well, then you've got bigger problems than just this person, right? Cancers need to express their connection with the subconscious because you live in it, you dwell in it. You are able to walk in and out of the ocean, no problem. Being in the real world doesn't faze you. Being in the subconscious doesn't faze you. You're good. But sometimes that can make you so good that you can bear it and bear it and bear it. But here's the thing, Cancer. You're not an elephant, okay? You're a Cancer. You're a crab. Your shell is strong, but it's not that strong. At some point, your shell will crack if you continue to put all of this on you without pushing back a little and saying, wait a minute. You know, the direction this is all going in, I'm not in agreement with this. I'm not liking where this is going. I'm not liking the way you're treating me. I'm not liking where our partnership is going. I'm not liking what this is doing to my money or my family. And what's more important to a Cancer than their family and their home? Nothing. Right? So, this month really does find you, you know, right out of the gate, like, hey, let's get together. Let's have some fun. Let's throw a party. Let's get married. Let's have a baby. Let me find my soulmate. All of it, all of it. And the cards are saying, yay, congrats. You did it. Victory, finally, over this stagnant energy. Finally, no more of this domineering, hold you by the throat energy. Risk averse, keep you where you are energy. We're done with it. Okay? Cancer is done. Finally. Everybody's done this month. It's so funny. I love how these cycles work. And what will help you the most through this process of needing to be stronger and take on some airy qualities so you can deal with this person the way you need to, deal with this person that's affecting your money and consequently your family life? What do you need to deal with this person effectively, aside from taking on an airy nature? Of course, Cancer. This is natural for you. You guys are natural-born meditators. You can do this. You can do this with your eyes closed. Ha, ha, ha. Right? So November looks really good. I mean, sure, you're going to be working hard. There is money to be made. Absolutely. Things will go very well. But it will eat at you in terms of money and work. This situation will eat at you. And you must find the inner resolve and the faith to say it like it is to somebody who maybe is so fiery by nature and so kind of, I don't want to say obnoxious, but strong. Too strong when it comes to you. Right? Like I said, you have to treat Cancers gently. Too strong when it comes to you, too fiery, too opinionated, too sharp. And the universe is saying, listen, all these things you want and that I want to give you, money, soulmate, you know, stability, a future, career, things, the gift to actually have something to work hard at, you know, you must have faith for that, Cancer. You must have faith that you can be like this and not worry that the person won't like you anymore. I know how much you guys love when people love you because you love back. I know it's not out of a sense of needing to be ingratiated. It's not that. I understand why you treat people as gently as you do and as lovingly and as much as you tolerate things. But no. Here, finally, you've come to a point where tolerating this behavior is just, it's beyond, you know, because again, like I said, this isn't affecting your soulmate situation or your love situation, which I guess perhaps in that case, Cancer would have dealt with this, you know, as you have in the past. But victory. And now, boom, let's move to the next thing. Flush all this out. Say what you need to say. Have the faith of knowing that the universe is with you here. The universe is saying, yeah, go ahead. Take on that airy nature a little. Have some faith in yourself and in the universe. And tell people what they need to hear from you. Okay? So there's that. And now, we're going to do a fun thing where I will look into this book. Sorry, I don't know what's going on with my hair. 12 Doors of the Soul. Like I said in the other readings, I have nothing to do with this book. I don't know the author. There's no connection between me and this book. I just thought it would be nice because it's so insightful to just look in it and see what comes up, and maybe something comes up for you guys like it came up for the other readings. Okay, so let's see. No matter where she is placed, Venus extends her influence through her ruled signs, Taurus and Libra, and to a lesser extent to the 2nd and 7th houses, over which her signs have natural rulership. At first glance, there may seem to be little connection between the things ruled by Taurus and the 2nd house, or by Libra and the 7th house, in spite of the fact that the same planet rules both areas. The connection, to my mind, lies in the fact that possessions, which reflect our values and marriage, are 2 of the 3 most fundamental and lasting factors in humanity's existence. The other factor being, of course, the family, which is ruled by Moon and Cancer. You have no idea how happy... See, this is the type of stuff that makes me cry. Cancer rising. How incredible was that? So what does that mean? You guys are so beautiful. You have this. So beautiful, so powerful. Home, family, love. Know that, be that. Don't let people and the way they are and their words and their fire, don't let them upset you. Give it right back. Because if it's between them and your home and your family and your money, who cares? Tell it like it is. Tell them where they can go and what they can do with themselves if they don't want to respect you and don't want to have an equal partnership with you, or if the vibe just isn't right anymore for you. Don't stick around for that. You're too sensitive for that. It'll affect everything else in your life if you let it. So don't let it. Okay? And I would like to end by just pointing out that I have had this mala gifted to me by my friend at Shinshaya Jewelers, and I will put her link in the description below. This is a rose quartz mala that I have been using for my own personal mantras. If you've gotten readings from me, which I wanted to shout out all the Cancerians who have gotten readings from me this past month, so many of you, and it's been a joy to speak to each and every one of you. It's been so nice, and you guys are at such a liberating point in your development where you finally cut ties and broken down those walls and faced your insecurities and said, you know, I will move forward on my own now, and I will be brave enough to say I can do this alone. And I will wait for the right person to come along now, instead of just getting into things because I'm lonely or because I get sad. Okay? I'm so impressed with you guys for being strong enough to break that pattern. And like I said, the sky supports you, the cards support you, the universe supports you. And of course, as always, I support you. I love you guys. I'll see you next month.